Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we're now decoding I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I'm shortening it to Joan Jett. We'll run Joan Jett and we'll run Joan Jett and the Blackhearts if we find a quantum network user or a potential one. We'll run both because I've seen both. So you got standing change to dancing. So you cross off the A because it's still in dancing. You cross off the N because it's still in dancing. You cross off the D because it's still in dancing. And you cross off the IN because it's still in dancing. And you're left with STC. So you bring STC down. We got that to go through the stock market. Now we're in genetics. And you start with ST, and that ends up being ST Genetics, and they deal with cattle. We've had that before in previous Mandela Effects. I remember these guys. All right, so you're dealing with animal genetics at that point. And then, if you move on from that, you wind up with TC. And TC ends up being TC Genetics. They're on Facebook. I'm not real sure what they're about. You've got TC, it ends up being TCN2 gene, and it provides instructions for making a protein or a protein coding gene, right? We've got those before. You also get TC is TC2 deficiency, and that's a gene. You also get TC is medical genetics test details at Baylor Genetics Laboratories, and it is TC 24,000. And we circled Baylor Genetics Laboratories to look at later. Maybe. We're just keeping an eye on them. We don't know. The next one is probably going to be more prominent, but who knows? So we got Baylor Genetics Laboratories. We circle them. And then if you take the whole thing, STC, you end up with biology at South Texas College. And we've circled them as well. You also get STC as Aspergillus niduanus mutants, defective in STC gene cluster. All right, you also get STC as rice genetics, for what that's worth. But we circled South Texas. I can get that in here. South Texas College. Gonna keep an eye on that as we go. All right, that gets you through going forwards. And just so you know, we got ST, we got TC, and we got STC, and we got multiple things for each. So I found that interesting. I wasn't sure this was going to go through and work at first. Thought it was going to be something different maybe, but so far. Now we're going to come back, and you got CT, which ends up being medical genetics at Connecticut Children's. Also medical genetics at the University of Connecticut, and now we know CT stands for Connecticut. So now we're going to keep an eye on Connecticut. If you move on from that, you end up with TS, and TS ends up being tuberous sclerosis complex, and that's a genetic disorder that deals with tumors. All right. And if you move on from that, well, you're not moving on. You just have TS, also stands for genetic contributions to, CTS, excuse me, we did move on from that. And you take all three letters going back, you get CTS. That ends up being genetic contributions to carpal tunnel syndrome. And that gets you through going forwards and backwards in genetics. So, actually, some interesting stuff there in genetics. And a couple of people to look for as we go. See if they come up and fit the pattern, possibly be running a quantum computer to have made this change. So that's going to be it for this one. We will do medical next. Not so sure that's getting awful late. We'll see if I get it out tonight or not. If not, hopefully tomorrow. So for now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your evening.